So, welcome to another of our Lancashire Forum of Faiths interviews between me, Peter Lumsden, and one of our faith friends. And today I'm delighted we've got Imam Vasi with us, who's the Muslim chaplain at the University of Central Lancashire, and I think has his own mosque, or is the Imam at a mosque in Preston. And Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan, starts next week. So that's what we're exploring. Vasi, if I can just rehearse, I think Ramadan and the fasting therein is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, if I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but the first is the Shahada, or the declaration of faith. Then there's the giving to charity, giving alms to charity. There's praying regularly 5 times a day. There's the pilgrimage, going on pilgrimage, the Hajj to Mecca, and then there's the fasting during the month of Ramadan, which follows its own calendar. So Ramadan, the timing of Ramadan moves each year. Have I got that sort of right?
That's perfect. Yeah, you got it right.
So tell us a bit about the significance of the month of Ramadan. How did it come about, and what's the significance of it for Muslims?
Ramadan has come about since the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. As you may be aware, it was made compulsory after his migration to the blessed city of Medina Munawwara. First, it was the 5 daily prayers that became compulsory and ordered by God for the community and the ummah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. When he ascended to the heavens and he met God, he met Moses, he met Jesus, many other prophets as well. And he was given the 5 daily prayers. Eventually, when he migrated to Medina Munawwara, the blessed city of Medina, he was given Hajj, fasting, and many other duties which the Muslims carry out until today.
Right.
Out of those duties was the fasting in the month of Ramadan. So Ramadan is a very blessed month. It's the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, just like in the English Gregorian calendar, we follow 12 months. In Islam, we have the 12 months as well.
Right.
So out of those 12 months, the 9th month is the Ramadan, which is the most blessed of all months.
Does it stand for something? Does the word Ramadan mean something in Arabic?
Yes, I forgot actually what it means.
Oh, caught you out there. Anyway, it's a blessed month. Yes. All right. People can look
very
up.
blessed month. Yeah. Actually, no, I've got it. Written. I mean, there's come from Ramadan.
Okay.
There's vast meaning with regards to that and why Ramadan became a Ramadan.
Right.
Yeah, but this is within Ramadan, the most important duty is fasting.
Yeah.
But, I mean, fasting, yes, you stay hungry for so many hours, but within Ramadan, fasting is more than giving up food and drink and cohabitating. It is about improving behavior, refraining from sin, backbiting, being. It's about being good to others. It's about caring for others. So this is one of the narrations of Prophet Muhammad that it's Shahrul Sabr, the month of patience. And I'm sure when you're starving, when you're hungry, you don't have anything to eat throughout the day, and then you get frustrated sometimes.
So
But
it's
this is when
good. I can see it's. I mean, all those things you say in an ideal world, and if we were completely transformed, if our nature was completely transformed and aligned with God's will, we would be behaving like that all the time. But we're only human, so I guess it's good to have that time of focus, which sounds similar to what the intention of the Christian tradition of Lent. And also, I think our Jewish friends also have periods of fasting, which isn't just going without food, but it's praying and reflecting and practicing forgiveness, etc. Do you abstain from just food, or is it food and liquid as well?
Yes, food, liquid, and whilst you're fasting, cohabitating, sexual activities as well.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, yeah. So how is it, is it the right word to say, how is it celebrated? Is it seen as a celebration?
Um, you could say celebration. You could say celebrated because we're celebrating the gifts which God has given us in terms
Mhm.
of our health, our food, and drink. Because whilst we are fasting, we're remembering those who are unfortunate. There are
Sure.
many who are unfortunate. I mean, they are hungry throughout the weeks and months. They don't even survive. Some do,
Yeah,
some don't. Drinks as well. People don't have clean water. But
sure.
especially with those who are fasting, at least end of the day, they get something to eat or drink. So we are
Yeah,
in a way celebrating, and
yeah,
it is for this reason we have two celebrations: one in the month of Ramadan, which is every day, and one is after the month of Ramadan. So the one in the month of Ramadan is known as iftar.
yes,
Iftar is
yes.
breaking fast.
Breaking the
It's a
fast.
small iftar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
Dates,
celebrating fast.
dates are important. I've eaten dates with
Uh,
Muslim friends after when the fast is being broken, and there are prayers as well at that time, aren't there? As the fast ends, and then at the end of the
and
month, is that when you have the festival of Eid?
that's right. So that's known as the big breaking of fast, which means after that there's no more fasting. So the
Yeah,
day of Eid is a celebration, a bigger celebration than this because of the sacrifices that we went through
yeah.
in worshiping God throughout the month of Ramadan.
So
Yeah.
this year, well, last year, and again this year, with the COVID restrictions, what's the impact of that on the keeping of observing of Ramadan, Vazi?
We're still going ahead with the fasting. We still go ahead with the prayers in many mosques around Preston. Um, but there are restrictions in the mosques in terms of bringing your own dates before the mosque would provide dates for the community. Now
Yeah,
is you have to bring your own dates, bring your own water bottles, social distancings. There are a lot of restrictions, but we are going on with our normal life. Our Ramadan is going on well, and we're very thankful for our government to allow us to continue with our worship and leave the
yeah,
mosques open. So we are continuing.
yeah.
Yes, there are restrictions in terms of how many people are allowed in the mosques, because in
Hmm.
the month of Ramadan we have the late night prayers where it's completely full, it's packed out. But
Of
because of
course.
social distancing, now people are, some are restricted from coming to the mosque because if there's no space, they will have to turn back.
Right.
And many of them are actually praying in their own homes this
In their
Ramadan.
own homes.
Um,
So
and
just as other faiths have adapted to online, it's no different for Muslims, I guess, in that you've adapted to use technology to help in this situation.
yeah, well, in terms of late night prayers, uh, we will start at this year maybe about 10 o'clock and we will come finish at 11 o'clock.
Hmm.
So for those who are reading at home, it's quite easy for them.
Mm. Yes.
You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
as soon as they finish their prayers, get inside your bed and that's it. Have some rest, have a long nap, wake up early in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's for the good for some people.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Well, thanks very much for that further insight, Vazi. And yeah, the spirit is unaffected. The spiritual benefit of Ramadan and of fasting out. Um, COVID doesn't affect that. We can still do all of that internal reflection and praying and thinking of others. Perhaps COVID makes it even more acute and may focus our minds even more. So every blessing to you and all Muslims taking part in Ramadan in Preston and across Lancashire. Thanks very much, Vazi.
thank, thank you very much, Peter. Thank you.